guys, Logan here, and welcome back to my Harry Potter series. I'm going to be covering every Harry Potter film leading up to Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. I already reviewed the first one, The Sorcerer's Stone, or The Philosopher's Stone, depending on which country you're from outside of the US. And now I'm going to be reviewing Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, the sequel to the Sorcerer's Stone. Once again directed by Chris Columbus, who also did the first one. Ignoring threats to his life, Harry Potter returns to Hogwarts to investigate, aided by Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger, a mysterious series of attacks. First of all, if you watch my review for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, you will know that I did enjoy that film. Not one of the best Harry Potter films in my humble opinion, I will say, but it did really a good job of setting up a whole Harry Potter universe. And in this film, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, it does a very good job at not having to set up this whole Harry Potter universe by showing a lot more of Hogwarts that we already know. The magic and the potion and the wands and all that other magic stuff that we already heard about or know about from the first one. It does a good job at not being so over-reliant on showing a lot more of Hogwarts that we already know. And despite how long this movie is, more than 2.5 hours long, it does help you get invested in the whole story very early on and very quickly. Early on, I should say. Anyway, it does help you get into the whole story right off the bat, despite how long this movie is. And I thought that was done better than in the first film. And this film revolves around the compelling mystery that is about the Chamber of Secrets, as well as some students who became petrified or frozen, cryptic messages written in blood being put on the walls. And those are some of the things that made this film so much darker and scarier than the first one. And one of the scenes that I find very interesting is this one scene where Professor McGonagall tells the class of students about the backstory behind the Chamber of Secrets and one of the wizards who built it. That scene I find very interesting because it gives you a hint of what the Chamber of Secrets actually is, but doesn't fully tell you what it is or shows you what it is up until at the ending of the film, or at least the finale. And there were some terrible things that happened throughout Hogwarts, things that Harry Potter wasn't supposed to know, or at least was told not to know. And that very early on gives us the introduction to the character of Dobby, who at first was very annoying and dumb, and one that is like, oh no, this could not turn out to be good, kind of like Jar Jar Binks in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Thankfully, it didn't turn out that way, particularly near the end of the film. Dobby only appeared in few scenes throughout this film, and he turned out to be a very interesting character prior to the end of the film. Which leads me to talk about Lucius Malfoy, who is a horrendous human being, and one character that you cannot stand watching. He was even more vile and more disgusting than Draco Malfoy, and that's saying a lot because Draco Malfoy in the Sorcerer's Stone turned out to be this very awful and terrible bully to Harry Potter and his friends. He's like an absolute jerk to those characters, just being a complete ass. And he's the type of character that you would absolutely want to see get his ass kicked by any character, including Harry Potter. But his father is even worse than Draco, and that, again, is saying a lot. I gotta say, though, one of the most hilarious scenes in this entire movie, by far, in my personal opinion, is the one scene having to do with Ronald Weasley expressing his fear for spiders after he and Harry Potter found a line of spiders heading out the window.
Wait, spiders? Why couldn't it follow the butterflies?
And this movie gives you something else to know about Harry Potter. He can speak Parseltongue, meaning he can talk to snakes. And that's one of the most compelling things to know about this particular character that we cared about from the first film, The Sorcerer's Stone. This film really sets up a lot of interesting things that make us want to know more about Harry Potter. There's more of a compelling mystery element and exploration element to this film, and three of the main characters team up together to learn more about the Chamber of Secrets and what it is and what it's about. That's one of the things that made this film better than the first one. One of the best scenes in the entire film for me personally is when Kenneth Branagh and Alan Rickman get into one little quick magic battle to teach the students how to defend themselves against the dark arts. But it got even better later on when Harry Potter and Draco Malfoy get into the fight of their own. And that's very awesome, particularly Harry get into beating Draco. And that's even more awesome to see because that is the first time in the entire series of Harry Potter where you get to see Draco getting his ass kicked because he's like a complete bully. And we get into the really cool finale in which Harry Potter discovers that Tom Riddle is actually a horrible person, along with a great showdown between Harry and the Basilisk. And the CGI and the practical work on this creature looks so good. They look so fantastic, and they still hold up from 2002 to right now in 2018. The effects, both practical and CG, still hold up. Another improvement that this movie has over the first one is the Quidditch scene with the special effects. It definitely looks better than the Quidditch scene in the first one. It looks better. It looks more fun than the Quidditch scene in the first one, for sure. It looks more fun, and it certainly looks better. Now, one of my issues with this film is that it has plenty of moments that kind of felt a lot like plenty of moments in the first Harry Potter film. Just plenty of character moments that we are accustomed to seeing, particularly with the Harry Potter films. This one felt almost like a retread to a few, especially with a few scenes that felt very much like some of the scenes in the first one, and ones that made me go like, haven't I already seen a few of these scenes already? And I could go on, but overall, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets is a bit better in every way than the Sorcerer's Stone, in my personal opinion. It's not a great still not a great Harry Potter film by any stretch of the imagination. It's not one of my favorites, but it's still an improvement over its predecessor in terms of how much of a mystery that it has and how much darker and scarier that it is than the first one. And few other elements like those are what made this film better than the Sorcerer's Stone. And I'm going to give Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets a gold medal of honor. So anyway, guys, that is my review for Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. My next review in my Harry Potter series is going to be for Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and it will be up next week, so stay tuned for that. If you guys enjoyed my review, please click the like button, and if you have already watched this movie, comment below and let me know what you think of it. If you enjoyed what you've seen here and you want to see future videos from me, please press up there to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great week, Battle Squad, and as always, fight the good fight.